What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today? Today is November the 4th. Trade recap today. We took a loss on US 500, and we'll go through it, see what happened. I'll go on the charts after and show you what went down. So today, entered the trade about 11:17 and exited around 11:20. About 3-minute trade. So we had a bullish bias going into today. I'll show you on the charts for that. Unfortunately, on higher and lower time frames, we did have a strong downtrend, so I kind of went against the trend, but I'll explain why I ended up going with a bullish bias. We had pretty low volatility when I took the trade, and we had a pullback in the uptrend. That is partially on why I ended up taking the bullish trade. We had an SMT with NAS. There was a liquidity sweep. We had candle confirmation. Lost about $137 on the trade. So why did I take the trade? After being extremely patient through most of AM session, just watching the charts, we had price pull back into an area that I was looking for after a strong upside move. We had 50% pullback into a 5-minute fair value gap, which was also inside of a 15 and a 1-hour fair value gap. We had an SMT form on ES and entered off a break of structure rather than inverse. What went well? I was patient throughout the AM session, went with my bias, and better position sizing, so we didn't end up losing $1,000 on one trade by accident. What went wrong? We went against the higher time frame, lower time frame trends sideways during the execution of the trade. Wanted to trade, honestly, just was like, yeah, just had that kind of itch to trade, which is not good. No clear manipulation. We didn't have very clear manipulation to the downside before then inversing, which I should have. Entered off break of structure rather than inverse fair value gap. Emotional trading and fear of missing out because the market was moving and I didn't want to move out. I don't want to miss out on a trade after not taking a trade for the past couple days or so. So yeah, that's the trade recap. Let's go into the charts, see what I saw, and see what's going on. So going to market open, as you can see on US 500 and the NAS 100, we had a initial dump to take out some relative equal lows. We had the liquidity sweep, break of structure, big displacements to the upside. So that's kind of why in the morning I went with more of an up with a bullish bias, even though as you can see on the higher time frames, such as 1 hour, 4 hour, we're just making lower lows, lower highs. We're very bearish on the day or on the week or so, the past couple days. So that's definitely the lower time frame and higher time frame going against the trend. But going in, I wanted to see pretty much what I saw on ES and NAS is we have this this London high right here. As you can see, this is liquidity right here on both US 500 and the NAS 500. We have the top liquidity. So when the market opened, we had an initial displacement through that. So when I see displacement through highs or displacement through lows rather than a sweep, I'm trying to see the market displace through and then pull back into an area that I like or that I want to see it kind of bounce off of or retrace into and then continue on higher. So when I see displacement, I'm looking for, if it's displacement through a high, I'm looking for a retracement and then a continuation to the upside. If it's a displacement through sell side liquidity or to the downside, then I'd like to see a retracement into premium into a fair value gap and then look for a short from there. So going in with a bullish bias, we saw the displacement. I marked out this 5-minute fair value gap. This is also a 15 and a 1 hour on ES. So I was definitely looking for buys on that. Going into the market, we already had on NAS, we already had it forming into I believe this is a 1 hour, maybe 4 hour fair value gap. So there's, again, more bullish kind of confirmation. But as you can see, 1 hour downtrend, 4 hour, we're on a downtrend. So overall downtrend, we just happened to be inside of a bullish fair value gap at the time. So that was kind of my idea for why I wanted to take buys. And then going into the lower time frames, as you can see, this is the market open at the line. So we had market open. It came all the way up, displaced through these highs. So I was just waiting for a retracement. I marked out my areas of interest pretty much. Came into the area of interest, the 5-minute fair value gap within 1 hour. As you can see, we had this SMT, whereas ES made a higher high. I marked this low because on both because I wanted to see it come down, sweep it out, and then I would look for an entry. And I pretty much right at this time, 11:11, I saw it didn't take out the low, whereas the NAS 100 did, and I was like, okay, let me lock in. Let me look at the market. Let me pay attention. So we had the SMT. We had this huge move down, huge move up. Unfortunately, what went wrong is there was no displacement to the downside. So this is simply just more of a retracement rather than manipulation, which is what I'm supposed to be looking for. If this was more clear manipulation where there's 1 minute for value gaps getting left, then it gets inversed, it would be a more high probability trade. Fortunately, we just had a small retracement. We had the SMT. We had the break of structure right here on this candle. And you won't be able to, probably won't be able to see the break of structure, but we had the break of structure on that candle right there, entered the buy, and immediately, just 3 minutes, just came back down and stopped me out pretty much. It did continue higher a little bit right after, and I was like, dang, did I get in too early? Did I get in at the wrong place? Such and such, but pretty much just came up in the overall trend, which was down. It was just simply a retracement before now, just dumping on down, as you can see. So yeah, overall, I mean, I guess I should have just stuck more to the higher time frame, lower time frame trends rather than kind of mirroring my bias of I wanted to do this, then I'm going to do this, which is what went wrong pretty much for me. But yeah, that is pretty much the trade recap for today. A lot of things went wrong, but that's how it goes. We'll be back tomorrow again on the charts as per usual for another trading day. That's how it goes. We learn from it, we journal it, and we record it, we post it, we move on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another trading day. If I don't post a trade recap throughout the week, just know I didn't trade. I'm not going to post a trade recap if I don't end up taking a trade. But if you do see a trade recap for the day, that means we did take a trade. So hopefully we see you guys tomorrow. We shall see. Thank you guys again. Appreciate y'all, and see you guys in the next one.